Have you ever found yourself flipping through the channels on your TV looking for something to watch, and then suddenly you come across Ridiculousness? So how has Ridiculousness, a show where Rob Dyrdek and his crew of hilarious co-hosts just crack jokes and watch people wipe out on skateboards, become a hit show that's been dominating MTV for 32 seasons and over 1,000 episodes?
Welcome back to Ridiculousness. You know who the it is.
Well, I interviewed Rob Dyrdek, the host and creator of Ridiculousness, to unpack why the show is so successful. And now you own, 40, 50, 60% of all of MTV with Ridiculousness or something like that is what I heard.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's 60% of all their programming. And it's like, again, there's a lot of miraculous things that sort of happened over time that led to that, right?
Miraculous about sums it up. The show's success can be attributed to several factors that converge to position it as a hit.
Here's why, in a simple idea, is through the course of the show, linear cable flattened because streaming exploded. Then sort of what happened to network television and cable television, it's almost like there was sort of the value proposition of the content that the audience loves the most from that network, like basically stuck. It's competitions shows and crime shows on network. It's sort of a hero show on all the cable channels. And then you binge watch all your streaming is what it is. And then what happened in that is then Ridiculousness actually became this entirely new way to watch television when you didn't feel like streaming. You didn't feel like waiting for a competition show on network. You could just you could land in the show at any moment and watch it for 45 minutes, 2 hours, leave the room, come back. It served this entirely new purpose in television and in content, if you will, that laid to support the viewing habits of all of the other sort of major distribution channels of content between YouTube, network television, regular cable, and streaming. And that's luck.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that's luck.
Now, Ridiculousness obviously wasn't the first clip show, but a clip show had never been done with the same style.
When I designed it and developed it, I read an article with Vinny DeBona about him having a $500 million syndication business with America's Funniest Home Videos. And I thought to myself, man, I can make the faster, cooler version of that. Yeah, that show's so slow and it's filled with all this fat. If I just strip it down and make it fast, that's a modern way to do it, how I would want to watch it. Because I was even really before YouTube had really really got cooking at scale too. But again, you had the right vision, and created something and then made it work. But then you got lucky along the way, and market factors that are you could have never even seen coming, that took the idea itself to a level you could have never fathomed.
Since 2011, Ridiculousness has become far bigger than anyone, even Rob Dyrdek himself, could have expected, cementing itself in pop culture history. Even as recent as a few weeks ago, SNL did an entire sketch on a parody devoted to making fun of Ridiculousness.
You're watching MTV. At 9, it's 3 straight days of Ridiculousness. But first, an all-new Ridiculousness.
What is up? What is up? Welcome to Ridiculousness. I'm Rob Dyrdek, and you wouldn't know it from my clothes, but I'm almost 50, y'all. Joining me, as always, Stilo Brim and Chanel West Coast.
What up, Rob?
I'm already laughing.
And today's special guest, you know her from TikTok, is Lily Two Times.
Yo, what up, what up?
Yo, congrats on all your success and for looking fine as hell.
And another piece of the show's success is because it's accessible to a massive audience. Or even my dad is sitting there at his hotel room in some random place, before he goes into a business meeting, watching Ridiculousness on MTV, which is a channel that he would normally never tune into. You know what I mean? It speaks to that. It, like you said, you can turn it on whenever, watch it whenever, anybody can watch it and get it and think it's funny.
Yeah, and it's like 6 to 60, man. It like really
right.
is like there's no demo for it. It always rates, and since I built the production company, owned the production company, I was able to then even negotiate more off of the changing landscape of the advertising dollars in linear cable. So since again, I'm approaching how like from a talent and creative perspective and a business perspective. So even the partnership that I have with the network was on a much more sophisticated. How do we both make this win at a really high level? And then again, we got the show into a unit economic place that was great for them. Then they ordered way more. Then they started airing way more. They aired way more. More people started to watch it. And it took on this even bigger evolution beyond that. Positioned myself for all of this stuff, was smart enough to create all of this and be multidimensional and highly dynamic within the opportunities as I always have been.
Right.
But boy, oh boy, market factors, market timing, getting a little bit, getting lucky and things hitting and working at the right time is where a lot of this really unexplainable high level of success comes from,
Yeah, it's a seemingly a direct product of your growth mindset that you had since the time you were a little kid, is get into something new. Maybe I don't understand how it works right now, but give me some time and I'll figure it out, instead of just being another person that signed a contract as talent and getting your paycheck and then doing whatever else you wanted to do. There was like, well, how does this work? How come this show gets paid that much for that spot? Why can't we do, like, all these questions, this curiosity that you're constantly feeding has seemingly led you down this path of just figuring out more and more things and acquiring more knowledge and becoming a more valuable person along the way. Rob Dyrdek's own vision and persistence were crucial in making Ridiculousness a hit. He saw the potential for a show that would appeal to younger audiences and worked tirelessly to bring that vision to life. He also recognized the importance of adapting to changing market conditions, and this flexibility allowed Ridiculousness to remain relevant and successful even as the entertainment industry continued to evolve. All these factors combined have made Ridiculousness one of the most successful shows on MTV and a pop culture phenomenon. It appeals to audiences of all ages and backgrounds, and its success shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon.